Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to be doing part 2 of the mono green builds in Ravnica Allegiance with big green machines. So as I said before in my previous video, and if you haven't had a chance to check that one out, I would check that out because it's a great little deck. There's two really different directions you can go with mono green. One's the big trampling creatures, get them out fast and run people over kind of, and then there's the really wide, going wide decks with cards like Biogenic Ooze. So this is that deck. So we're going to go ahead and take a peek at this one. I've struggled for what to put in this deck. First of all, let's kind of get over the deck list, and I'll kind of give you some of my struggles afterwards. Of course, Llanowar Elves, we're really still doing some ramping up with this one, and Llanowar Elves are the best ones to go with. Corrosive Ooze, a lot of people forget that this is a common from Dominaria. It has an ability, when it blocks or becomes blocked by an equipped creature, destroy enchantments that are at the end of combat. If you ever get that to proc, great. The whole reason this card is in the deck is because it is a 2/2 bear that happens to be an ooze, and that is going to synergize perfectly with Biogenic Ooze, and the fact that its ability, when it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 ooze creature token, and at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each ooze you control. As it is an ooze, it goes along with it, and of course it can generate more. This is where the going wide part of this goes. So you don't have a ton of gigantic creatures, but you just have a ton of big 4/4, 5/5 creatures that are like, that's a lot to deal with. Growth Chamber Guardian, kind of another addition from Ravnica Allegiance. It's a 2/2 bear, but if you, on your next turn, adapt it, it becomes a 4/4, and then you can go and fish for another one. And since there are 4 of them, you can just literally just do this turn after turn after turn after turn. Fantastic little card. Incubation Druid, yet again another Ravnica Allegiance addition to this deck. It's a 0/2 mana dork. However, it does have the ability that if you put 5 mana into it, it becomes a mini Black Lotus, so to speak. She goes up to a 3/5 and she can tap for 3 mana. That's going to be important in the mid game whenever you do finally get your Biogenic Oozes out and you want to start creating more and more tokens and go wider and wider. The more mana you have access to, the more tokens you can create. Kraul Harpooner is in there to be a soul category carrier of your anti-flying defense. Kill some things like the well, depending if you've got creatures in your graveyard, it can kill Tempest Shins, it can kill Storms, it can kill Terramanders, and kill a bunch of the flying creatures, and is there for a pretty solid blocker as well. Rabid Bite still kind of in the deck. You still occasionally bump into situations where you need to kill another creature across from the table from you. This is where this one comes in. Fantastic little card. Thrashing Brontodon is there to help kind of kill some of those. Specifically, he's there to kill enchantments. So, Excellence Bindings, Conclave Tribunals, all of those fun things. Or if you're getting up against the gate decks, killing Guildgate Summit, things like that. That's what it's here for. So, the 4-drop slot. I've struggled so much with this slot. And this is the one that I've had probably the biggest amount of contentions on what to put here. I started off with Nullhide Ferox. Fantastic card, 6/6 mana. Almost the entire deck, with the exception of 4 cards, is creatures anyway. Perfect. However, I was bumping into situations where people would turn off the hexproof and kill it anyway with a cast down or something like that. So I'm like, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to go with Vine Mare and say you can't turn it off. And it's a great little creature, 5/3, but it just doesn't have the oomph that a 6/6 does. So it's 1/2 dozen, 6 in the other. You're still bumping into that same situation where it still is getting taken off the board faster than I'd like it to. And then I just kind of gave up and said, well, what I really need is card draw. So I tossed in 3 Beast Whisperers. This is going to be fantastic. So, I mean, you'll be able to, every time you cast a creature, you're drawing cards. And the more creatures you cast, and since this is basically all creatures, it's just going to keep refilling your hand over and over and over again. We've already talked about the all-star of the game, the deck that it's the card that's really built around, which is Biogenic Ooze, 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, creates another 2/2 Ooze, and at the end of your end step, it creates puts +1/+1 tokens, and it's just a token generating machine. And of course, your final game finisher is a couple of Carnage Tyrants. Why not? So let's go play some games. No. I should do that. At some point in time, I think... Let me know what your interest is. So in the early days of my channel, I only started way back in September, so I've only been doing this for about 5 months. In the early days, I started doing drafts, and those videos didn't get a ton of views. So if you're interested in sealed events, let me know. It's the same with any of the special events ones, like Pandemonium, for example. I have no interest in the format. It's just, I don't like the concept of the format. Mono Green, I mean, it works great, but everyone's running it. But if you have interest in those specialty ones, like the specialty construct events, like I might do Pauper again because Pauper is just oodles of fun. But if you want to see sealed and sealed events, let me know, and maybe I'll give it a shot. But in the meantime, so the challenges I've had with this deck is I don't know what I did to make the Magic Arena gods angry. I get matched up against the same 3 decks over and over: Mono Red Burn, Gates, and Blue White Control. Don't know why. So as I've been testing this deck, that is all I play against. Yeah, I wish it was a little bit faster, but it is what it is. Drop him in and say hello. Oh, Mono Red. My dear, dear old friend, Mono Red. Shock. And here we go. So the upside is the Thrashing Brontodon's a little bit more than the Lightning Strike or a Shock can handle, so they're going to have to spend 2 burn spells on it. Interesting. Maybe this isn't Mono Red. Maybe this is... Is it Drakes, and they just didn't get the Drakes? I'm going to hold on to my Kraul Harpooner. No, this looks like straight up Mono Red. So we will end up Rabid Biting the Gutter Snipe. Great card. Erratic Cyclops. What? That's amazing. I love it. I love it. Sure? Yeah, he's going to be a problem. Ugh. I need him to get through a few more of his burn spells, though. Because I am eagerly awaiting putting Biogenic Ooze down, but it is a 2-2 whenever it starts off, and it's Shock Bait. Or Lightning Strike Bait, in this case. If you want to vomit your entire hand for 1 turn, sure. I guess I have to take that. And I'm going to hold Thrashing Brontodon back from now on. I'm so tempted. Yep. I need to give him a moment of pause with his big win condition. Let's keep giving him more moments of pause, shall we? No, sir. I'm going to hold off. That is... the Erratic Cyclops. That is something I did not see coming. You never see that card. That is really impressive. I will give him credit. Alright, so now I feel like I have enough that I can actually kind of drop 1. If he sticks for more than a turn, that'll be fun. Yeah, I was going to say, my suspicion was going to be that, of course, he was going to kill the Ooze, which is why I have another one. Let's go Incubation Druid, and let's see if we can adapt her right away, since she is... Oh, I'm 1 minute short. Oh, well. Sure. I'll sacrifice a Llanowar. I'm okay with that. So I have Flying Defense. I hope he's aware of this. And I've got a sneaking suspicion. I've got to do it. Nope, I'm going to wait. No, you can have the cards. I'm too low. Not again. No, I will take that. I'm not giving you all of those cards. As much fun as that's going to be, I need to save that for the after effect. Because as you can tell, the oozes are growing. However, I need to start putting some real pressure on them. Darn it. Or I'm going to die. I think my mistake was taking the damage from that first risk factor. But you get an idea where the deck's supposed to go. But again, against mono red that's just going to do direct damage to you and just completely ignore the fact that you have a creature base. What do you do? Probably should have been putting pressure on him. Probably should have been attacking. Okay, so having 2 Biogenic Oozes in my hand are fantastic. I'd love to have something else in the middle. So let's see what happens. Please don't be Gates. Because it's, again, it goes red burn, Gates, and then blue-white control. I swear I played the same 3 decks for this deck. I don't know what I did to the Magic gods. Now, luckily, that wasn't your traditional mono-red burn. Like, I wasn't getting... I wasn't dead by turn 3. And this is clearly a mid-range deck. It takes... Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nope. And as I'm going to need this... There, now we're even. What it... I don't know what it is about this deck that the algorithm says, you, sir, and let's just keep getting mana to it. You, sir, will always play mono red against this deck. And I'm curious if it's something in the algorithm, oh, well, it's a green deck. That means you're going to have enough creatures, you're going to be able to withstand it. But this is not your mono red aggros of the day. What? Well, here's an interesting fact. I've got a Corrosive Ooze in play. It's shock bait. However, I also have 2 of these. I assume it's just going to die. Wily Goblin. Interesting. More treasures. That's an interesting ramp up for red. Legion Warboss. Aha. I see where this is going. Which one of these do I want to kill? Let's kill that one. Okay, so I have no other choice now. Because I cannot let him get wide. Boom! Yes! Sure, I assume he's discarding a land. No, he discarded Goblin Gathering. Interesting. One of those you have no other choice but to attack with. Oh, it's going to get funnier from here on in. As more oozes are created. Nope, I'll hold off. Ooh, what do you do now, my friend? Oh no! Experimental Frenzy, cool. Sure. Yeah, you have to attack with 1. Okay, so we're just going to create an ooze. And I'll hold this out there as well to make me create more oozes. So... Nope, I'll wait 1 more turn. To the fact that they're so gigantic, there's absolutely nothing he can do. This is a great little goblin deck. I feel bad because it is... his whole purpose is to go wide. I am assuming Calamity is in there. But on my next turn, I am going to send all of my tokens his way. So you can have that one, that one. Yeah, that's enough. He's just gonna take it. Rise up! Rise up, my Ooze army! Oh, I forgot the Corrosive Ooze. I could have tossed that one in there, too. He lava coiled an Ooze. Congratulations, good sir. I will block it with my 9/9 Corrosive Ooze. Yeah, you're getting more of my little friends here. Every one of them is bigger than your goblins. What I don't want to do is I don't want to wait around for Calamity to show up, so I really need to start picking off some of his goblins. So you're going to get this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. At least we got to see what the deck's supposed to do. You have no idea how happy this makes me. With all the frustrating times I have been working with trying to get this deck to work out the way that it's supposed to, you have no idea how happy that game just made me. The one time that it works the way that it's supposed to, and I got it on camera. Woohoo! Yay me. And now I'm going to continue to play more. Now it's going to be Control. Now, oh, that was fun. Now you're going to play Control. And then you're never going to win another game. But at least you got to see it. There's proof. The deck does work. And gets really hysterical. That makes me happy. I have to go back during the editing process to count how many oozes I had created, because I literally lost track. There was a lot. Good start. Could potentially work. So the Incubation Druid's the first thing I'm thinking, because then I can drop the Growth Chamber Guardian. This looks like it could be... Is it Drake's? Nope. Yeah, lava coiled my Incubation Druid. Okay. Another lava coil. How lucky for you to have two on the draw. I still feel like there's a Drake in there, so I'm going to hold off to my Kraul Harpooner. Unfortunately, those guys are exiled, so that actually doesn't count. This is a Gates deck. No. What have I told you? We get the Gates decks all the time. Alright, so if that's the case and it is a Gates deck, we need to basically get our damage in where we can. And kindly await Gates Ablaze to wipe the board. As much fun as that's going to be. Because ultimately that's what's going to happen. He's going to wipe the entire board with Gates Ablaze, and we're going to start over again. Exxon's Binding. I was going to say, you recognize I can kill that first, right? Either way works for me. Let's go ahead and home panel it. So this doesn't look like a traditional Gates deck. I mean, obviously he's throwing down all the gates, but it looks like someone's taken some more time and effort into constructing this. Because the traditional Gates decks is Gates Ablaze, Gates Colossuses, the Goat, and I'm going to kill your face. That's all it really is. What to do, what to do. I don't want to throw down too many creatures. He may not have Gates of Blaze. Let's see what happens. I've got a couple of creatures in hand. I want to be able to put down enough that if he swings in, I can at least block it a couple of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's got enough that he can wipe everything off the board and still keep his Gate Colossus. Such a shame. I wish Rabid Bite was an instant. Another Gate Colossus. Okay. Can I have hope upon hope that this particular Gates deck isn't packing Gates Ablaze? Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. I'm gonna take one on the chin for this one. Not a huge fan of this card. Because, I mean, unless you exile it, you can't really kill it. And in this scenario, I'm just going to get my face smashed. Well, now I'm kind of in a bind here. Helpful, not nearly as helpful as I want it to be, but helpful nonetheless. The only upside, of course, is that it gives me something to feed. Rhythm of the Wild. Interesting choice for a Gates deck. I think I'm only going to take one on the chin, thank you. So, no. I need to be able to start producing oozes at a higher rate than he can actually attack me with them. It's going to be a slow process. Yep. And that is game. As I said before, the only thing I play with this deck is Red Burn, Gates, and Control. That one was at least, I would give us credit. That is more. That is better than better. More palatable is probably a better term that I'm looking for. Than the traditional Gates. Gates Blaze wipes off your entire board. You just get smashed to death with the Rams, and there's nothing you can do. So at least I had a fighting chance with that one. Let's see what we do. I mean, all good 2-drops. I've got all the mana I need right here. Still have yet to see Beast Whisperer. What are we up to? 3 games now? 3 games now? No Beast Whisperer? Weird. I played this great Boros deck the other day. Oh, it was fantastic. Nope, I shall wait. This deck is a bit of a slow burn, but it's totally worth it. Assuming you can get there. So now he's debating if I have this Shocker Lava Coil in my hand, I need to kill that 4/4 creature because that's a problem. Before it becomes a 4/4. I'm totally okay blocking that with... I don't know why you would attack with a Titan. Like, the 1/1 flyer you're going to get out of that is totally not worth it. Yeah, you were trying to trigger his... No, I don't even... You weren't trying to trigger his Spectacle. I don't know what you were doing there. Let's start the chain of the Crab Man. Sure. Okay. She's annoying. Okie dokie. That's how we want to play things. So I'm going to go with the Growth Chamber and the Incubation Druid. And I'm going to hang back. It's so odd that he threw away that Tithe Taker like that. I'm not sure I understand the thought process behind it. Let's crank her up while we have the chance. Unkind. Unkind, sir. Yeah, you're going to get annoying. You have a whole bunch of 2s over here, so the Harpooners, I think I'm okay to cast 1. I'd really like to get an extra mana and Growth Chamber this up. That works too. Let's Growth Chamber this up. Get the last one out there. Nope. Next turn we'll get Doom Whisperer. We'll start getting some card draws. Maybe we'll start seeing what... Oh! Oh, my Corrosive Ooze might actually get to use its ability! What? It's as if it blocks, right? It does. It most certainly does. I am totally doing that. Please put that on that thing. Oh, that'd be so fun. I've never gotten to use its ability. Aw, boo, sir. Okie dokie. Can't get both. I have to put this down just for the meme. Nope, I'm going to wait. Whatever you put that lance on, I guarantee you is going to be funny. Shall I? Well, I've got an answer for her. Feeling a little mana strapped here. Nope. I really want my oozes. I really want this to go much wider. Please don't put the lance on Shalai. I want the Corrosive Ooze. Please, please do it. It happened. It makes me so happy. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, Miss Shalai, you're fun and all, but no. Oh, that is amazing. We'll go Growth Chamber. I was going to say, at some point in time, I'm going to get mana, right? And still have not seen my oozes yet. I wonder if he's still going back. Wait, how did that happen? Okay. Well, I've got... Actually, no. Lyra does not concern me. I've actually got enough to worry to... I have enough to deal with her. So... Let's do that. I don't think I have any more left, do I? Nope. Let's drop the Corrosive Ooze. Let's drop the Incubation Druid. My goodness, no oozes. She does have first strike. I still get to do damage. Although... No, because she'll kill the first one. That's how that's going to work. She'll kill the first one. No, I'll take that. What an interesting, weird little deck. My goodness. Well, no, there's no point in doing that until I have the oozes out. Rabid Bite's useful. Do I have anything that can actually do the damage? No. Two Rabid Bites, however. That's a different story. At some point in time, I'm going there are 4 Corrosive Oozes in there. Where are 4 Biogenic Oozes? Where are they? Nope, I'm keeping that for flyers. So let's pump her up. Let's pump her up. Let's pump him up. No, because there aren't any more. Do I still have room? Pump her up. Nope, I'm going to cancel. I'm going to assume he's going to do nothing with this. Or not. Interesting choice. He's going to attack with everything. Okay. This is not going to end well for you. Alright. Where to go first? No. Wait, no. Yes. 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 She's got lifelink. That's a little concerning. No, I want to kill. If I'm going to block, I want to kill what I'm blocking. Wait, why am I blocking more than one? I actually don't need the mana, so I'll kill the Tithe Taker, and then she can actually go through. He's going to draw 47 cards. Yeah, I'm not sure I would have made that choice. He literally wiped out his own board. And is going to take... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. He can't hold that many cards, so he's dropping half of those. It was an interesting choice. Please give me an ooze. I'm going to drop both the Beast Whisper and this just for the purposes of trying to get to those oozes in the draws from Beast Whisper. Teshar. That's cool. I'm going to kill it when I get into play. Playcrafter. Which one can you have? I will let you have the Corrosive Ooze. And you killed your other flyer. Beautiful. So we're going to draw a card from this. Finally. And I'm going to start demolishing you with my ooze. Okay. Yeah, she's got to go. Alright, we gotta kill both of those. She first strike? No. Not sure I understand that decision either. So that means I don't need to waste that. Wait, do I have any other 5? Not yet. Yep, I gotta do the Harpooner. So I'm going to do the ooze. And I'm going to create more ooze. And the next turn I'll cast the other one. I'm going to start sending these in next turn. Oh no, you're going to make me discard a card. Well, that means I have no other choice but to do that now. I don't think you're going to be around next turn for this, my friend. I'm not going to let you. Ah, that means I'm good. So we're going to cast this. Draw 2 cards. Cast the Brontodon so that I can kill Eldest Reborn. Hop Eldest Reborn. And generate as many oozes as I possibly can. And say, you good sir can have all of these. And kill as many creatures as you possibly can. Cool. I'm going to get both of these down, and it's going to get hysterical fast. I assume he's doing this for the card draw? So at least you get 2 games. You get 2 games of what this deck is supposed to do. He's contemplating quitting at this point. He has to be. Sure, sacrifice your 7/7. Sure. At least he's got the creatures to kind of back up all of this. Unfortunately, mine are going to be wider. I think I'm just going to go for as many as I possibly... Oh, we're going to replicate. Very nice. I need to go much bigger. I need to drop both of these. Maybe not both, but definitely enough. One, two, three, 4, 5. You only have 5 creatures, sir. Yep. It's either you block all of them or you die. And I have more than enough to back me up. And you're taking a minimum of 4 damage from the creatures that are going to die. 3 damage from the creatures that are going to die. That's enough to kill you if you let it go. Yeah, you have no choice. I know. I'm sorry, it's the Ooze deck. 4, and then he lost 3 creatures. He's going to be down to 1 life. I'll discard a land. I don't need any more. Sure. You see what's coming next turn, right? Like, you see this, correct? He's like, how many creatures can I throw down right now? Resplendent Angel, cool. I have a blocker in there somewhere for her. I don't even think it matters anymore. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to drop a land. And attack with all of the oozes. I will pull that one back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 creatures. That is game. Unless he's got... Oh, no, he's got white mana in there, but he's all tapped down. So he doesn't have things like... I don't know. What am I thinking? Settle the Wreckage? Maybe, but I don't think it matters. So at least tonight you got two good games with this Ooze deck and how ultimately ridiculous it can be. I'm going to have to admit, though, that my opponent's deck here equally is ridiculous because he was able to keep up with me toe-to-toe for quite a few rounds before the Oozes finally overwhelmed him. Oh, that makes just seeing that wide board state makes me so happy. So maybe you'll have some luck with this one. I had an absolute joy in these last couple of games. Yeah, we got one game in there that was, okay, we didn't do so well in that one. But overall, that's what the deck's supposed to do. So I do hope you enjoyed this one. I most certainly did. Let me know how you would improve the deck if there's anything you can think of that I'm missing on this one. I think probably some of the areas of weakness in this one are flying defense. But that's what it's supposed to do. They can keep their flyers back for defenders. They're just going to get overwhelmed. So let me know what your thoughts. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this one. There is also a Patreon if you are so inclined. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until next video, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this one, and we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your